Okay, welcome to wow. Welcome to Tech Tuesday. I'm having some massive problems, which is to be expected when you haven't done a video for almost 5 months. My mic is really staticky. I'm having music issues. I'm having playback issues. We have no script. We have no idea what we're doing today. But if I don't get this video out tonight, then that'll be another week has gone by that I'm not doing Tech Tuesday videos. So let's get it on. I'm Dr. Robert Bruce Banner, and today we're going to be looking at some conditional formatting. And I am super excited to be doing this at 2 o'clock in the morning. Let's click on this. And CF color scales. Wow, this is really impressive. Sometimes I forget what a genius I can be. So, we've got a bunch of data in here. And I don't know what this is. Actually, I do know what this is, but it's not important what this actually is. These could be anything. They could be employee numbers, they could be codes for something, they could be any number of things. And there's some dollar values associated. You know, these aren't, we got some multiple A157s in here. We have some multiple B928s in here. That's not really important. What is important is I want to show you a couple of things. First, I'm going to Control F1 and bring my ribbon down here. And how's that look? It looks okay. So now we've got, from the Home tab here, we've got the option to do some conditional formatting. We've got a couple of really great default buttons here that we can just slap in there, boom, boom, click, and be done. There's some really neat things here with icon sets. I've been playing with these here a little bit, so we can add some directional arrows and some colors and shapes. I mean, it's pretty impressive what they've got in here by stock. So if we throw some buttons in there, we get some pound signs or hashes. And let's widen out this column. And now our highest, now we have values. Like these two are our low values, so they're showing up with red dots. I'm not really sure. I don't like this as much as straight up is the rule that we're going to create, but at a glance, if you're looking for outliers, boom, there they are, red dots, stop, B928. You know, ideally you'd have like a row of dates over here or some more information, but this is just a real quick example. I just slapped this sheet together in a matter of seconds. So let's go and let's find our rule. Under Manage Rules, we have an icon set rule that applies to H10 through I35. We're going to delete this rule out, and hopefully it deletes it for all those cells. That rule should be gone now, and it is. So let's come back down here again, and let's highlight our range that we want to create a set of rules for. Let's come back to Home, back to Conditional Formatting. There's just two things I want to show you guys real quick. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I got to get to bed, but I really want to get back into the spirit of these videos. So I want to show the data bars and the color scales. These are things I've been playing with in some of my projects lately. They really add a little bit of snazz and a little bit of function to your data sets. Now, this isn't something that you're going to want to use all the time. If you're looking to add a little bit of a visual indicator of some of these are two ways to do it that I think work really great. The fill, not so much, especially when you're doing like a really tight range. So this just adds a bar in the background of your cell, and let's slap that in there. And the bar is filled up from left to right based on the value that's in that cell corresponding to the other value. So we see our bar. Let's what happens if we widen this out? It doesn't look much more impressive, but so the bar that's in this cell corresponds to the value 589, and you see it goes all, it's a bad cell to highlight, you see it goes almost all the way to the end of the cell for 589. the bar for 563 up here is a little bit shorter than the bar for 589, and the bar for 557 is even shorter than the bar for 563. So these bars that are filling up the cell, in this case, you see these 463s, the bars are way down in there. So in this case, this doesn't look like this type of formatting would really work well for us. Maybe if your ranges were wider, maybe if we had like some 200s and some 100s and maybe 1,000 in amongst this data set, then the bars, what is that even called? The data bars might be a little more relevant in that type of case. So we're going to manage rules. We're going to come in here. We're going to delete that rule because we're not really interested in using that. The conditional formatting that I would use for a data set like this, if I needed to snazz it up and give it a little visual indicator, is I'd use these color scales. We've got a couple different choices to choose from. Blue, white, red. I don't know that you'd want to really use that. Red, white, and blue. Maybe if you're making a 4th of July picnic or something, that'd be a good one. But you know, the one I like in some of the projects I've worked on recently, I'm really kind of liking this one. So at a glance, say maybe you submit this to a manager or, you know, a VP that's 3 levels above you in the company. You know, they're not going to go through your data that you've spent, you know, minutes or hours or even days as a data analysis. You're formatting all this information and you're passing it up the chain to them. They're not going to dig through and look through it. You know, they're going to spend, you know, a maximum of 5 minutes, probably more like 30 seconds, glancing at that information. And what they want to see is, okay, I got 2 red cells here. They're outliers, B928 and D767. So if that's an employee, they're fired. If that's a company that we've been going with, they're underperforming. Something needs to change. You know, upper level management people, they don't want a chart that's, you know, 6 pages long with all your data. They want it summarized. They want the answer. They want, okay, what companies do I invest in? Well, looks to me like I can grab this block right here and I can throw out this outlier and I can throw out these outliers. And bang, there's my companies. A157. Ooh, here's another one from A157. And then C947. These 4 entries right here, that's what I'm interested in. Those guys. They're my greatest performers. They're my green. They're my... I don't even know what I'm doing here. I'm tired, man. So, it's just... I'm going to wrap this video up because we've been recording for 8 minutes, which is way too long for the amount of prep I've put into this. But there you go. Home, conditional formatting, color scales, snazz up your data at a glance. I mean, it's not a great thing, but in this case, you know, you see your 2 reds, you pick out a few greens, and it is what it is. Hey, thanks guys for watching. I really appreciate it. If you're interested in learning more about conditional formatting, is a pretty simple topic, but hey, Tech Tuesday's back. December 11th, we're back at it. Hopefully I can spend more than all of 5 minutes prepping for these videos, and we can start to delve into learning some stuff this winter and sharpening our skills. So if you want to know any more about conditional formatting, you got a project for me, you got some questions for me, leave a message down below. I read and respond to every single comment on my YouTube channel. That is no lie. Every comment I've ever got, I've replied to. So there you go. I'm out of here. I'm going to shower. I'm going to bed. I don't remember my name. I'm Dr. Bruce Banner. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.